Every night, Ethan imagined a different life, a better one, a bigger one. Sometimes he imagined building his own business, sometimes creating videos, sometimes leaving the small apartment he had stared at for years. And every time, the feeling was powerful. For a few moments, he truly believed he could become someone more. Then morning came, and the feeling disappeared. Ethan had notebooks full of ideas, business plans, goals, schedules, dreams carefully written across dozens of pages. His room looked productive. Sticky notes on the wall, motivational quotes, courses saved on his laptop, videos about success watched late into the night. From the outside, it looked like he was preparing for something great. But in reality, he was standing still. Every time Ethan wanted to begin, a voice inside him whispered, "Not yet. You need more knowledge. You need more confidence. You need a better plan." So he waited. And waiting slowly became comfortable, because planning feels safe. Dreaming feels safe. Starting does not. Months passed quietly, then years, and something strange began happening. People around Ethan started changing. A friend launched a small clothing brand. Another started posting videos online. Someone else opened a tiny coffee shop. None of them were perfect. Most of them failed at first. Some looked awkward. Some were laughed at. But slowly, their lives moved forward, while Ethan remained exactly where he started. One afternoon, Ethan met an old friend he hadn't seen in years. The friend looked different, confident, focused, alive. As they talked, Ethan quietly asked, "How did you become this successful?" The friend smiled softly and replied, "I started before I felt ready." That sentence stayed in Ethan's mind long after the conversation ended, because Ethan realized something painful. The people ahead of him weren't smarter, weren't luckier, weren't more talented. They were simply willing to begin badly. That night, Ethan sat alone in his room. Same desk, same notebooks, same unfinished dreams. But this time, the room felt different. The motivational quotes on the wall no longer inspired him. They exposed him. Every page filled with plans suddenly felt heavy, because deep down, he knew the truth. He wasn't afraid of failure. He was afraid of being seen trying, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of starting small, afraid of proving to himself that he might not become who he imagined. And so he kept preparing instead of living. For the first time in years, Ethan stopped planning, stopped researching, stopped waiting for confidence. And quietly, he opened his laptop. Not to learn more, not to prepare more, but to begin. His first attempt wasn't impressive. It was messy, awkward, incomplete, but it was real. Days turned into weeks. Something slowly changed inside him. Not because success came quickly, it didn't, but because action gave him something planning never could: momentum. The more he moved, the less fear controlled him. And Ethan finally understood something most people never realize. Confidence is not what creates action. Action creates confidence. One evening, Ethan looked around his room again. The dreams were still there, but now, so were the first real steps toward them. And for the first time in years, he no longer imagined a different life. He was finally building one. Ethan finally understood. Most people never start because they spend their whole life waiting to feel ready.
Most people don't fail because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because they never begin. Fear disguises itself as preparation, planning, and waiting for the right time. But the truth is, Nobody feels fully ready before starting something important. The people who grow in life are not always the most confident. They are the ones willing to take imperfect action despite fear. Confidence is built through movement, mistakes, and experience. If you keep waiting for certainty, you may spend years watching life move forward without you. Sometimes the biggest risk is not failing, but never giving yourself the chance to begin at all.